Hey folks, it's Frith Guardians here, how you doing? Welcome back to World of Warcraft. So, while I sit here, you are going to go and carry on where you left off last time. Enjoy! Look at it! Look at all the flowers and everything! This is absolutely awesome! Right, what do I need to do? I need to get the coffer, the Titan discs. Take those out of there. Like that, so we've got them.
Inquiring minds just got to know.
Well, now, would you look at that? Of course, I had a hunch this is what we'd find. Had no idea about the organic transformations, though, I must admit. There's more to this old relic than I dared hope. Well, laddie, half of me wishes I could stick around a while and take in the sights with you. I've seen some mighty amazing things in my day, but this here takes the cake. Sadly, I have a fair bit of research to do on these discs before I make my way into the Halls of Origination. You seem to be worth your salt. Perhaps you'd like to tag along and see how a real archaeologist works, eh? Brand Bronzebeard wants you to meet him in
Travel safe.
the Halls of Origination. Alright then, follow me. Halls of Origination, Vortex Pinnacle, Return to the Lost Dungeon. The Halls of Origination lie due east of here, near the desert sands of Terenas. It'd be a bit of a walk, so we'd best get moving. Me back's still a wee bit stiff from being stuck inside that coffer for so long. Bear with me if I'm a little slow. Right. Halls of Origination. I don't remember where that one is. Yeah, that's just a fancy cockroach. That quest there. Heart of the Matter. Right, Brand's gone over there. How far does he go? Like, if I come over here, does he, like, just... I think he just disappears. Stay close now. You never know when Deathwing's agents might be swooping in and putting an early end to your quest. Does that mean they're coming in now? That's Return to the Lost City. Lost City of Tolvia. That's the Vortex Pinnacle. Right. I just be pulling your leg, lad. A slow walking. Always good for a laugh. You go on ahead. I'll meet you there as soon as I get these discs decrypted. For a minute there, I was actually a bit concerned. Right, so the Halls of Origination. Right here. The heart of the matter in the Halls of Origination. So where's that one? Oh, there. There's the Halls of Origination. So you got that one there, Halls of Origination. You got the Lost City of Tolvia right here, and you got the Vortex Pinnacle right there. Those are all dungeon quests, though. Find Itesh inside the Vortex Pinnacle. Halls of Origination, dungeon quest. So you want to meet him inside there to do that one, which we don't. And you got that one up there. Actually, I want to go to you, and I want to untrack that one. So that one's done as well. So that is all of these, because that is everything. Just a fancy cockroach. I think that's actually a pet battle one up there at the Obelisk of the Stars. We go to... Well, we can teleport back to Ramkahen. That's it. That is the Uldum storyline. And we are now almost the end of level 87. Greetings. So we're going to be going to Pandaria, but there's not a lot else we can do. Let's go back to Ramkahen, and we'll take it from there. Right, well, I've sold what I want to sell at the innkeeper. We've sort of got tidied up here a bit. We've got, well, actually, we've got some soulbound stuff here that I still want to go through. And then I've got a few items here that we want to keep for, we're keeping for level 90 and so on. So we've got a little bit of work that we still want to do. But there's nothing else to do in this region. We've got absolutely nothing left to do. So our next task is to move on and, well, really we can go to Pandaria. Now, Pandaria is level 80 to 90. It was originally 85 to 90. Where we are over here with the Cataclysm, it was 80 to 85. And so you had Mount Hyjal, and you also had over here, you had Vashtia as the kind of the starting areas, and then you worked your way through. So you got the Twilight Highlands up here that you could do 85 to 90 as well. We could go into that zone. And then you've got Pandaria over here. In order to be able to move to Draenor, which is the next expansion, so that we go from level 90 to 100, we need to be level 90. We can't go there at level 89, we've got to be level 90 to be able to do that. Now, at the moment, we are very nearly almost level 88, so we're almost there. We haven't got very much left, we've got 2 levels to go. But what I was thinking was, if we go to Pandaria, we're going to start getting stuck into like the Jade Forest quests and so on. And ultimately, we're going to then end up out-leveling this area. And what I was thinking of doing, I've said all along that we will get to max level on this character that we've got, and then we're not going to stay playing endgame content, because most of that is dailies and repeatable stuff, and I could just keep working through some of the new content over here on Terenas, and we could go through it. I've already done one playthrough on Frith at Terenas Sound, and we did a bit into Stormwind Valley. You've got Zandalar down here that I haven't been on with any character. So I could go and do a little bit of that, but what I was thinking was that we would go back and we'd start a new character, and we'd work our way through and we'd see a load more content. So what I've been seriously considering is not going to Pandaria, and then with our next character when we come through, hitting the Jade Forest at level 80 and staying in Pandaria from 80 through to 90, because we'd very easily be able to do that. The speed that we've been leveling up, it would be quite easy to do that. So I'm now at the position where we finished Uldum and I'm level 87, well, almost level 88. I need to kill 2 levels. Basically, I need to get through 2 levels so that I can then move to Draenor. And I know I've been saying that we go to Pandaria, but I really like the idea of working through a whole load of Pandaria all at once, and I think that would be very cool. The only thing that I'm thinking that I could do is the Jade Forest here is level 80 to 90, and the Krasarang Wilds down here is 81 to 90, and that's a little bit different. The actual, you've got 81 to 90 in the Valley of the Four Winds, and you've also got the Krasarang Wilds, and you've got a whole storyline that you can follow through Jade Forest. And then what I would normally do is I go to the Valley of the Four Winds, and then you go up to Kunlai Summit next, and then you've got Townlong Steps, and you've got the Dread Wastes, and then you've got the Vale of Eternal Blossom. So it sort of works around in a loop like this. You go from here, you go into this one, and then you go up round into Kunlai Summit, and then you go down to Townlong, and then to the Dread Wastes. I normally skip Krasarang altogether, so I have been considering going there to Krasarang Wilds. I know I'm talking a lot and not doing anything at the moment, which some of you find incredibly frustrating when I start doing this, and I do apologise for that. There's one other thing that we could do, and that is drop into the Maelstrom. We could go here and we can have a look at Deepholm. And so I'm thinking that we might actually go and do that. So let's go and get a mount. So you can give us a few views in the comment section. Do you think that we should be continuing on, and go to Pandaria and do something there? Maybe just go and do a little bit in Krasarang Wilds
and honor
until we reach our max level. Right, I want to go to Theramore so that I can take the boat from there back over to Stormwind. It's going to be the fastest way to do it. I probably should have jumped on here before I started doing all this yappeting away. But I didn't. I let you all down. I'm very sorry. So, yeah, do I go to Pandaria and do a bit in Krasarang Wilds, and so avoid all of, like, the rest of the main storyline? But there is still some spoilers that come up there. Or should I... I'm thinking skip it altogether. I really am. Because I don't, at present, have plans to spend any time playing at max level. I want to get... We'll go to Terenas, and we'll do the opening scene here. And then, rather than working Terenas Sound, because I already did that with Frith, we will go to Drustvar. That will be our first area that we will go to. We'll go into Drustvar, and we'll work that zone there. And when we did Terenas Sound with Frithgar, we went from we went almost to max level just in that one zone. So I suspect that it'll be much the same Drustvar or Stormsong or Tiragard, and we could just go and finish it off over here in Tiragard Sound, doing a few things that we've already done previously. And then we need to sort of have a look at deciding whether or not we do any of the max level stuff, and I work through some of the story content there with this character rather than Frithgar, because a lot of you feel more emotionally invested in this character than any of you do in Frithgar. I'm personally emotionally invested into Frithgar because that's my main character, and I've got thousands of hours on that one, but you've all been following Grundorn from day one. And yes, it'll be a little bit strange rolling a new character and starting a new series, but it is definitely something I want to do because I can get I'm pretty certain I could get to Kultiris without having to repeat any content apart from Draenor. I think Draenor is the only content that I would actually be repeating at all. Now, what we did here was we went to Outland and we leveled up quite a lot in Outland. We did all of Hellfire Peninsula, and then we went and did all of Nagrand as well. There's Terakar Forest over here, the Zanga Marsh that we didn't look at. We could leave those completely, and I could go to Northrend at level 60. Now, all we did up here is we played Borean Tundra, which I had a lot of fun doing, and we played Grizzly Hills. I could come up here at level 58, well, level 60, and we could start in Howling Fjord, and then we could go to Dragonblight. And we can go to Zuldrak. You've got Sholazar Basin, we've got Storm Peaks. I'm fairly confident that we could cover most of the rest of Northrend and do 20 levels without setting foot in Outland at all with a second character. And even if we did go to Outland, we'd go to a zone that we haven't done previously. And certainly up to level 60 through Eastern Kingdoms of Kalimdor, it'd be very easy to do zones that we've never been to before. That would just be, you know, no issue whatsoever. There would be absolutely no problems doing that. And then we go to Pandaria. When we reach level 80, we go to Pandaria and we start working in the Jade Forest, and we would do 10 levels up through here. Because remember, 80 to 85, normally it was 10 levels per expansion, but they did 5 levels for this one and 5 levels for the Cataclysm. So this is actually, 80 to 90 is actually 2 expansions, and that's where it does throw a little bit of confusion. And then from there you move to Draenor, which is 90 to 100. Now this is where we would actually be in more danger of actually repeating ourselves a bit. Because Shadowmoon Valley is level 90, so you'd come in here and you do the opening quests. Gorgrond is level 92, and Talador is 94. So, and you don't, as Alliance player, you don't really get there's nothing really to do in Frostfire Ridge. There's a couple of quests up there, I think, but nothing really. So what you're looking at is you are going to have more stuff repeated in Draenor than you are in any other zone. But if you work all the way through Shadowmoon, that will level you up high enough, I think, to skip, say, Gorgrond and move on to another one. And there would be ways of us getting round that as well. We could possibly level up higher and get to 92 and go straight into Gorgrond in second. I don't know. I digress. But we go to here, and then you got the Broken Isles, and these are different. It doesn't have a level zone on here because these are very much like Kultiris. You can take them in any order. It doesn't matter. And you got Argus up here, which has got more zones. And I've never actually been here. I've never been here. I've got Frith, and I could go. I've never actually followed through the storyline to go here. So this would be new stuff. But this was like endgame content for Broken Isles for Legion. So that would be quite a new thing to do. So I think that we can get through most of it. Other than Draenor, we'd have to repeat a piece, I think. Other than that, we'd be able to level another character all the way up from 0 to max level without repeating anything. Apart from, there's the very, very few little bits that we would have to repeat. Other than that, it would be all fresh content, all fresh storyline, and there's something I think would be a lot of fun. I'd quite like to do that. Be able to go and see a whole load of other things. And I like the idea of going to Pandaria and playing right through the Pandaria content, because I really like Pandaria. I think it's really awesome. There's a whole oriental feel to it. It does feel really... there's Asian theme all the way through it, and it does seem very cool. It's very well made, it's very well done, and it's an area that I still enjoy going back to. So I like the idea of being able to spend quite a number of levels, because if I go there now, I'm literally just going to be touching on it for a moment, and that's going to be it. We're not going to be able to do any more. I'm going to get like halfway through a zone, and then I'm going to be about Draenor level. And I'd rather skip that completely and move straight on to Draenor. We're still waiting for our boat here. I know that I've just been rabbiting on for 10 minutes continuously without actually playing the game. I apologise for that. Let's wait for the boat a minute. There it is. Pulling into port. So we'll go back to Stormwind, and at least for now, we will go and have a look at the Maelstrom and Deepholm, because it is quite cool. This massive underground, the entire zone is underground, and that is quite cool. There's no denying that is quite a cool feature, having an entire zone underground. You've got an underwater zone as well, and so you've got an underwater zone and an underground zone. Both very cool features. We have now done my absolute favourite zone of all of them, all the way around here. I have had so much fun playing this. I really have. I've really had so much fun. There's a couple of bits here that we didn't actually go and uncover. We didn't fly out and uncover them, so we haven't got the achievement for uncovering the map on this character. And I've got it anyway on my account, but I don't have it on this character. Yeah, I should have done that. Thinking possibly I should have done. Swabbing decks cured my rickets. Okay. Right. That's not what you expect someone to say, really. So, yes, where was I? We were rabbiting on about nothing in particular. I'm going to go and have a look in the Maelstrom, and you can tell me this week whether you think that we should just stick with this plan. We'll go into the Maelstrom. We don't even need to follow that quest line to completion. We can just stay there until we reach level 90, and then we will head to Draenor, and we will start following that storyline. And then once we get through, and then we'll go on to the Legion, and then we go obviously into Kultiras over here, and we will work those storylines there. And then we'll go back and we will start our new character. Once we get all the way... I am looking... It's going to take us a long time yet to actually reach max level. So we've got a lot of content to cover yet. But I like the idea of going back and starting a new character from scratch. And playing a class that I've never played through to max level. I've got a Paladin that's quite a high level. It's not current max level, but it's pretty close to max level. I'm going to fly myself back over this way. We want to head to Ironforge. And actually, no, I'll tell you what. I think the flight point is slightly fast. No, it's not. No, we've got 310 speed now, so we're slightly faster. So if we go like this, and we just line ourselves up with Stormwind like this, I think the fastest possible way for us to get Stormwind is to just go in a straight line like this. So this is what we will do. But yeah, Hunter. I don't have a Shaman or a Druid at completely max level. And I don't... The Hunter, the highest I've ever... Like, Shaman, I've taken up to level 55, I think. A Druid, I got to about level 65. But neither of those two classes has ever really grabbed at me. I played them both for a while, and I didn't particularly enjoy playing either of them. There was nothing about those two classes that really sort of made me think this is loads of fun. I really like the feel of the class and how it works and loads of things. I know I'm leaving ore behind. This is terrible. There's copper down there. It does actually sell for a reasonable amount, copper does, and it does feel a bit wrong leaving it behind, but we're doing it anyway. It's sort of the shaman and the druid, they've just never really strongly appealed to me. So I kind of like, I've got a Death Knight that I've played, and that one can be quite good fun. But the hunter, I think the most I've ever got a hunter to is like level 30 something. That was a really long time ago. So the hunter I've never really played. And I like the idea of leveling up a hunter. It's a different style of play to anything that I have at the moment. It's different to spellcasters and to melee combat. A rogue, I have leveled that one up a bit, but I don't enjoy the glass cannon approach with the rogue. If I'm going to be using weapons, I do prefer to just sort of blunder in and gather up loads of people, whereas a rogue, it's more sort of taking on individual targets and hammering them down fast. Hunter has got the option between the two, and you've got this added thing with the pets, and it's like an extra dimension to your play as you're sort of getting used to using the pet. So that's another sort of aspect of it that makes it quite interesting. There's the Demon Hunter. That starts at level 90. That's something I would also consider, but not for my next character playthrough. That would be maybe something that we would do after that. So we're talking a very long time in the future. So right now, we've got the Jade Forest right there. We've got the Twilight Highlands. And we got Mount Hyjal. I don't want either of these. How do I... Is there a... Oh, no. I think I can just do it straight here from the adventure guide. Crawl. Gravity lap. Gravity. Step into the eye of the storm and be prepared for a whole new enlightening experience. Right, that's a bit different. Valley of the Four Winds. That's on Pandaria. We've got Twilight Highlands right there. Deep Home. There. That's the one that we want. The Earthen Ring requires our aid. They report the elemental plane of Deepholm threatens to overtake our world and destroy all life on Azeroth. That is the one. By order of His Royal Highness King Anduin Rin, all able-bodied citizens of the Alliance are to report to Narat, the Earth Speaker, at the Eastern Earth Shrine in Stormwind City. The Earthen Ring requires our aid. They report that the elemental plane of Deepholm threatens to overtake our world and destroy all life on Azeroth. The Eastern Earth Shrine can be found directly northwest of Stormwind Keep. For the glory and honor of the Alliance. Fight on, brother. Right. We're taking Deepholm. So, in the comment section, before I head over there, we are now going to go and we're going to start having a look at Deepholm here in the Maelstrom. You can't see anything at the moment because we haven't uncovered anything. And we will be... At the moment, I'm saying we'll leave Pandaria, and we'll come back and we'll do that with another character. But the question I'm asking you, one, are you happy with this decision? We'll skip Pandaria until our next character. And two, should I just play Deepholm until we reach level 90 and then immediately go to Draenor out here and then play Draenor 90 to 100? Or should I, with this character... over-level and stay in Deepholm until we actually finish all the quest lines in there and then move up here? It will cut this one a little bit short. You know, we may over-level by a level or two before we get here, but, you know, I don't really see a huge problem with that. Or should we leave that and maybe over-level with our next character? I'm not quite sure. We'll go and we'll start this up. I do enjoy the start quests for this. Like, the initial quests for this are quite cool. There's a little bit of backstory and stuff that you get filled in on. That's also very cool. Portal to Uldum there. So you can get there really quickly, but you can't get back here really quickly. Something that I am going to do in a minute, because Deepholm is not that big, right? I mean, it is sort of big, but you can... The main quest hub is, like, right in the middle. So what I'm going to do, this is what I frequently do, so I'm going to come over here
What's on your mind?
and speak to Thagra Tillstone. Make this in your home.
See you soon.
See you soon. Right. So we've now made this one our home. I'm also, as I'm here, let's you know what we haven't done? You know what we haven't done for absolutely ages? Let's go to our equipment manager right here, and current right there. So I got rawhide there, but no, current right there. Save. Yes. So that is everything I'm wearing right now. So then I want to go to rawhide right here, and I want to equip. There. We've got that. We've got our swift mountain horse. I haven't actually ridden around Stormwind in our outfit like this for absolutely ages. Like, we haven't done this in a very, very long time. So let's just do this a minute. Let's just enjoy life in Stormwind.
On a pint?
Cataclysm mining right there. Train. And we got obsidian right there. And the elementium, we don't get that until you get level 25.
Very good.
Really matters. Right, so now when we do find some mining nodes, we get a little bit more for them. Not a bit more for them. We get a little bit more of them. We get more stuff. That was the mining. What engineering? How's our we could go for cataclysm engineering. Not that it makes any difference. We haven't been leveling up our engineering at all. So this is another thing I'm curious about. Yeah, cataclysm engineering. Okay, I got lots of these items here. Deep dive, gnomish battle chicken, spell power goggles. Got loads of stuff. Absolutely loads of it here.
Off and away.
So another thing I'm curious about is if we start a new character, are you going to want me to spend more time? Or do you want me to spend more time leveling my professions in this one? I haven't done fishing and engineering and worked on any of them for quite a while now. And maybe I should be. Maybe I should be spending a bit more time actually focusing on doing some of the professions and working through those. So let's hear you in the comments. I know that we don't have a huge number of people watching this particular series. And that's fine. Other series, I do cut them short. If we don't get much interest, I do cut them short. But this one is as much for me as it is for anybody else. So anybody that's watching, you're more a select few that watch this. So this is really down to you that watch, and half of you are in the guild. So what do you want me to do? Do you want to actually see me playing through and leveling up my engineering? Do you want me to go back and level up my engineering completely before we head off? Or do you think I should not worry about it too much at the moment? I can go and do like Legion engineering and that. And also the same with the next character. Now, I want to go... Okay, well, we've done our riding around. I need to change back. Before we go off, equip. Don't press save while you've got the wrong gear on, because otherwise it just confuses things. Because then you've got your bags are all full of your gear, and it's all in the wrong slots. You really, really don't want to do that. Okay.
Must not give up.
The Eye of the Storm, the Call of the World Shaman. I've heard much about you, Grundorn. The world needs people like you now more than ever. Our world is in danger, Grundorn. We need the help of great heroes like you to save it. Thank the spirits you're here. Well, unfortunately, I'm going to have to interrupt things here because that is all we've got time for today. So if you've enjoyed this episode, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frith Guardians. Goodbye, and see you later.